We have just landed in Israel and directly coming from the Ben Gurion airport, and now we are in Tel Aviv.
Welcome back. NewsX is on the ground in Israel. My colleague Akshit Gupta is reporting from the war zone. He's currently in Ashkelon in South Israel, where Hamas airstrikes devastated Israeli lives. Here are some ground reports from Israel.
Well, the death toll continues to climb up because of the conflict between Israel and Hamas. And right now we are in Barnia in Ashkelon, well, in north of Ashkelon. And this was the first area to be hit because of the conflict-like situation. Well, some disturbing visuals here. You can actually see the cars which have been burnt, and of course if we just pan around our camera, pan the camera upwards, then you can see the bullet holes in the walls and how, you know, the window panes have been broken. Of course the ACs have been broken, and now there is no settlement over here. The people are not living over here. Of course, this is one of the signs of horror which has been, you know, perhaps created because of the conflict. And after the Hamas, also a militant group attacked and the rockets pierced through the sky. And now if we show you these cars also, you can actually see the structure of the cars being charred, being burned down. Of course, as I said earlier, also a sign of terror. Here also you can see these rubbles, of course, these bricks. So of course this actually shows this is actually a signal, perhaps, as to how much devastation has been caused because of the rising conflict continuously. And here also, because wherever our eyes goes, we can actually see that the cars being burned down due to the war-like situation. And if we pan our camera around there also, then you can see the cars are now parked on the roads, but you can actually see the bullets also which have passed through the cars. And of course now there are very less people. It's like no one is living over here because of the war situation which has been created because of the decades-long tensions, decades-long conflict. Of course, the window panes have been broken, and as we have been reporting also continuously on NewsX, the stance of the Israeli government has now been offensive also, because they have vowed to leave no stone unturned to regain control over the Gaza Strip. And you can actually see the live visuals over here as to how these buildings have been destroyed. Large-scale devastation has been created, and Israeli forces have now tightened their long-standing blockade of Gaza, because they have sealed it, and of course vow that nothing will actually go in or out, including water, food, electricity, everything they have cut out and seized the area. So of course a lot of rubble is over here, a lot of dust, bricks are over here, and of course as I said earlier also, it is perhaps a sign that the tensions are escalating, the war is escalating, and there seems to be no way as to no clear way as to when this war will actually come to end, because the civilians also, the normal people also are saying that they want peace, they want the war to be stopped, they want that there should be a halt at the war. But of course this is a decades-long conflict, and as you saw the live visuals also from here in Barnia also, how it actually shows the large-scale devastation, because how brutally the cars have been burned down. And of course the houses have also been destroyed. Earlier, the people used to live here. It was quite a lively area, perhaps, because our driver was also telling the same thing. But now, with the attack from Hamas, this area, this settlement actually has actually come to a halt, and people are not living here, because I will also show you, one very quick visual over there also. If you can actually see how the bullets for walls have actually pierced through the walls, and of course this whole area is now, it seems like it is under rubble. So of course we are bringing you all the live reports, all the detailed reports from here in Israel. We will travel to different places. Well, this is Barnia, which was the first place to be hit in the north of Ashkelon, and of course it remains to be seen as to how things actually pan out. In Barnia in Israel, Akshat Gupta for NewsX with camera person Dinesh Thakur.
All right, Akshat, my colleague, joins us live at this point in time. Akshat, hope you're safe, and tell us, where are you right now? What are you seeing around you, and what is the latest report that is coming in from the ground? The last we heard, through various media channels and sources, is that a ground assault has already started in Gaza.
Well, of course, we are currently traveling. We are currently traveling to Tel Aviv, and we are right now in Ashkelon, because we also showed you how things have panned out in Barnia, which was the first place to be attacked by the Hamas militants. So of course that was also quite devastating, and the people also are actually in resentment, are in despair as to when this war will actually come to an end. Well, if I show you the visuals also over here also, so here also you can see actually this place is now quite empty, because it didn't used to be like this. It was full of people, but now as we are moving ahead towards Tel Aviv also, the war has created a huge impact on this place, on this beautiful city. And now Israel's military has also said that it is conducting a large-scale strike on targets belonging to Hamas in Gaza today, because it's the sixth day of the war. Well, so it's conducting large-scale airstrikes also. And we have with us our driver also. Mr. Simon, if you can just tell us a little bit about this area, Ashkelon.
Ashkelon, it's between Gaza, about approximately 5 miles, and we don't know when they throw the rockets, so we don't know where it fell down. So I must hear the radio, and the radio tells the citizen where it's going to fall. And then this area we must go faster than usually. So that's why we must drive fast. And we have lucky that not like usually, the traffic is very low, not so bad or stuck like every day.
Of course. So as he told us also that we have switched on the radio, Vineet, because anytime the missiles can be there, so we can hear the sirens, we can hear the alarm when they goes off, and can rush to shelters, because that's what people, the normal civilians, normal people do over here. Whenever alarm goes off, they rush to the shelter, to the safe places, or they just lay on the ground, so that they can be saved from the missile. Continuously there have been missiles, airstrikes over the Gaza also, and of course by the Hamas militants also. So of course we have also been reporting that now Gaza has also been put under total siege, total blockade by the Israeli government, because the food supply has been cut, the water supply has been cut, electricity has been cut, and of course this warring situation of course is intensifying. And if I just show you around the area also, so of course it's a beautiful area which is currently bearing the brunt of the large scale devastation, and of course the normal people, the civilians, are only saying that they want that this war come to an end as soon as possible. So of course, many of the countries also, when it comes to US, Germany, Italy, France, they have also issued a combined statement condemning the this massive scale. And at many places, there is police also keeping a regular check on any kind of infiltration activity. So of course, a lot of efforts have been put in place by the Israeli government. Airstrikes have been going on continuously, and of course it remains to be seen as to when this war comes to an end.
Akshit, also talk about how safe is the road that you're traveling on right now. You are with an Israeli driver. Ask him what kind of safety does he feel when he's taking you from one point in Israel to the other?
Yes, so when we talk about safety, a lot of areas are not safe here. They are under danger. They are in danger because, as I told you, when the siren goes off, we have to rush towards the shelter. And Mr. Simon, if you can just tell us about the safety also over here. Like, I mean, are the roads really safe?
Yes, the road is safe, but if they throw rocket, we hear on the right.
If there is rocket, then we have to rush.
Yes, we must stop and. This area is the line of the rockets.
Yeah.
They throw rockets in this line. On the west side.
So of course, as you heard the driver also, Mr. Simon, as he also said, when there are rockets, we have to get out of the car. If we find a safe place, if we find a shelter, then we can rush towards that, or then else we can just lay down on the ground, so that when the effect of the rocket goes off, we can get up and then quickly just go back to our place, because here, as Mr. Simon also told us, we have to drive also very fast and quickly, so that the danger can be averted, because we don't know any time a rocket can come from anywhere. So of course that is also a point of danger in this area. But yes, one major thing which I have noticed over here, and they have also told me that this area didn't used to be empty like this. It used to be full of people, quite lively. But due to the devastating impact of war, continuous airstrikes, the people are really scared to get to come out of their houses, to the markets, because most of the shops are also closed. So of course that fear is continuously brimming, and and the clouds of the fear, of course, looms over the heads of the people. So of course, as I said earlier also, it remains to be seen, because it's the 6th day of the war, and the strikes, the area strikes are also being done continuously. And as we are showing you also continuously on NewsX, the ground reports from different areas. So of course it remains to be seen as to when the situation actually improves.
Akshit, what feeling have you been able to assimilate after speaking with people on ground? As what do they feel what's going on over here? And I'm sure they also feel sick and tired of living in this environment for decades now.
Well, of course, this is a decades-long conflict dating back to 1948, and of course, when we went to Barnia also, which is in Ashkelon, and first place, to be hit by the attacks by the rockets, because thousands of rockets were fired in the sky. The people, very little people are left there, and those little people, they are really scared. They are in despair, in resentment, under resentment, and and very few people, they are even scared to come out of their houses. And one woman also talked to us, she told us that our house has been destroyed, windows have been destroyed, cars have been destroyed, they have been burned down, and perhaps of course it shows that there is a sign of terror which is currently looming in many of the areas in Israel, of course, and of course people also told us that they just want to feel safe, they want to they actually want peace, and of course the efforts are also being made for that, because we have been seeing for the past 6 days the strikes, air strikes have been done continuously, but of course when we talk to people, they said that peace should be there, because for decades they have been witnessing this conflict, and it has not come to an end. Now Hezbollah has also stepped in from Lebanon, so of course the fear is also looming that can it actually spill into a multi-front war, because as many countries have condemned it, but yes, airstrikes have been continuing. So as I said, we will continue to speak to more and more people, and
Akshat, want you to be safe, and thank you for that update. In fact, we're going to listen into some more ground reports that Akshat has sent just a few hours ago.
Bridge connects this part of the hospital to the other parts of the hospital. So when this bridge is ruined, a lot of the everyday work, the routine work, is actually very difficult. It's much more complex to get from one place to another. So all of this was ruined. We did some fixing in the last few days, and then everything here was scattered with water. I thought like a fountain. And everything was muddy, and there were smells of gas, because a hospital, you have gas systems, and it was absolutely awful. I can take them to show them. If you go inside, you'll see that we'll go around and you'll see. And the gynecology obstetrics department is over there. If you want to come for a minute, it's okay. It's fine.
तो जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से हम आपको ये दिखा रहे हैं न्यूज़ पे एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें इस हॉस्पिटल की, जिस पर पहले ही दिन ही हमस ने जब स्ट्राइक करी थी तो यहाँ पर भी जो है अटैक देखने को मिला था, और ये पूरा एरिया आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से डेवस्टेशन के अंडर आ गया था. हम सुनने की कोशिश करें.
The gynecology and obstetric department. So you see. Yes, also babies, the newborns are in a different place, but sometimes they are with the mother. So that was the reality. It was, you see they're fixing it, but it was absolutely awful. We'll be able to see a better look when we go upstairs one floor.
So ma'am, what all departments are here, if you can just tell us?
What?
What all departments are here? I mean, you said the gynecology department.
Especially gynecology and obstetrics is here. A lot of departments are in the new building, and we have some others scattered around. Okay. I'll show you when we go up.
Yes. तो बिल्कुल जिस तरह से आपने इनको सुना, डिप्टी मैनेजर को भी सुना आपने हॉस्पिटल के, तो उन्होंने भी हमें जिस तरह से बताया यहाँ पर गायनो का डिपार्टमेंट है, और जो कि काफ़ी ज़्यादा इस टाइम पे क्रूशल हो जाता है, क्योंकि हम जिस तरह से आपको दिखा रहे हैं, आप लगातार यहाँ पर देख सकते हैं फिक्सिंग का काम भी जो है लगातार चल रहा है, क्योंकि काफ़ी ज़्यादा मास डिस्ट्रक्शन, मास डेवस्टेशन जो है यहाँ पर देखने को मिली है. आप देख सकते हैं लगातार किस तरीके से फिक्सिंग का काम चल रहा है, क्योंकि जिस दिन पहले दिन जब हमस ने अटैक किया था, हज़ारों जो हैं जब रॉकेट जो हैं एयर में फायर किए गए थे, तो उस टाइम जो है इस होटल पे भी एक काफ़ी बड़ा बैराज जो है, इस हॉस्पिटल पे भी जो है काफ़ी बड़ा बैराज जो है रॉकेट का आकर गिरा था, जिससे कि काफ़ी नुकसान जो है यहाँ पर देखने को मिला है. और आप देख सकते हैं तमाम जो है पूरे विश्व से जो है यहाँ पर मीडिया भी आया हुआ है इसको कवर करने के लिए, और यहाँ पर जो है फिक्सिंग के लिए काफ़ी जो है मशीन लगाई गई है इस हॉस्पिटल के अंदर. तो बिल्कुल डिप्टी मैनेजर ने भी जो है हॉस्पिटल के यहाँ पर बताया कि बच्चों के लिए जो है ख़तरा एक मंडरा रहा था जब यहाँ पर जो है अटैक हुआ, क्योंकि रॉकेट्स जो हैं सरप्राइजिंगली जो हैं यहाँ पर गिरे, और जिसको जो जैसे कि हम आपको लगातार यहाँ पर दिखा भी रहे हैं, हमने आपको और भी एरियाज़ दिखाए थे जहाँ पर मैसिव डिस्ट्रक्शन हुआ है. आप देख सकते हैं. सर, इफ़ यू कैन जस्ट स्पीक टू अस. सो हम आपको बता रहे हैं जैसे कि लगातार आप देख सकते हैं ये मशीन है और इससे जो है यहाँ पर फिक्स किया जा रहा है लगातार, क्योंकि काफ़ी ज़्यादा नुकसान यहाँ पर जो है हो चुका है। तो बिल्कुल हॉस्पिटल का और भी काफ़ी सारे एरियाज़ हैं जहाँ पर नुकसान हुआ है, काफ़ी सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं, हम उनको भी जो है दिखाने की कोशिश करेंगे। पर अभी अगर हम इधर मूव करके आपको थोड़ा पास से जो है और विजुअल्स दिखाएं कि किस तरीके से फिक्सिंग का काम जो है लगातार यहाँ पर चल रहा है। So ma'am, if you can just tell us more about when did the attack actually took place on those? Okay.
We have to leave now.
So हम आपको लगातार जो है और भी टूर इस हॉस्पिटल का देते रहेंगे और बताते रहेंगे कि किस तरह से जो है यहाँ पर जो है अटैक हुआ था। तो अभी हम गायनेकोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर जा रहे हैं जहाँ पर मासिव डिस्ट्रक्शन, मासिव डेवस्टेशन हुई है। आप देख सकते हैं अभी हमको शुरू में भी दिखाया किस तरीके से विंडो ग्लासेस टूटे हुए हैं, खिड़कियाँ टूटी हुई हैं और काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो है नुकसान जो है हॉस्पिटल को तो झेलना ही पड़ा है, पर उसके साथ साथ जो है यहाँ पर जो पेशेंट्स एडमिट थे, न्यूबॉर्न बेबीज़ थे, उनको भी जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो है हानि पहुँची है। क्योंकि पहले दिन जो है जिस तरह से बताया जा रहा है जब हमस ने अटैक किया था तो उसके बाद से जो है पहले दिन ही यहाँ पर जो है अटैक हो गया था और कई हज़ार मिसाइलें जो हैं यहाँ पर इकट्ठे एक साथ आकर जो हैं इस हॉस्पिटल पर गिरी थी, जिसकी वजह से काफ़ी जो है नुकसान इनको सहना पड़ा था। और अभी भी जो है अंडर थ्रेट, अंडर एक फियर जो होता है उसके अंदर जो है यहाँ पर रह रहे हैं। तो बिल्कुल जिस तरीके से हम आपको तस्वीरें भी यहाँ पर दिखा रहे हैं, इस वक्त हम हॉस्पिटल में हैं जो कि एशकेलन में हैं और हम आपको बता दें जिस तरह से हमने आपको विजुअल्स भी दिखाए किस तरह से यहाँ पर अटैक हुआ था। हमारे साथ डॉक्टर भी हैं उस पर बात करने के लिए। सो सर, द अटैक्स टुक प्लेस हियर, इट्स वेरी डिवास्टेटिंग, व्हाट कैन यू टेल अस अबाउट दैट?
I'm sure you've heard so many bad things about what's going on here. It's atrocity. It's a holocaust. It's something which is not typical for a human being. I'm very sorry, but it's an animal kind of behavior. So children, women, sick people, it's unheard of. We are in the 21st century. It cannot take place in any normal type of society. So I'm shocked. We're all shocked. We're all crying. I'm a doctor. I'm an orthopedic trauma surgeon. I've seen many bad things. What I see here is undescribable.
Sir, of course, I mean, it has shaken the whole world. And how are you now coping up with it? Because one building has been completely destroyed. So how are you coping with it?
I don't know yet. It's when you're in the middle of a war, your adrenaline is up. You, as a surgeon, as the physician, I deal with what I have to take care of. What will happen later, I don't know.
So thanks a lot for speaking to us, and we hope everyone and you also remain safe. Thanks a lot. So of course, जैसे कि आपने सुना इनको भी इन्होंने बताया, ये यूजुअल नहीं है एक इतना बड़ा अटैक होना, ये एक हॉलोकॉस्ट है। और इस समय भी जो है सब डॉक्टर्स हों, सब पेशेंट्स हों या फिर हॉस्पिटल का स्टाफ हो या फिर नॉर्मल सिविलियंस हो, सब लोग जो हैं उस अटैक से जूझ रहे हैं और किसी तरह कोशिश कर रहे हैं, दुआ भी कर रहे हैं कि जल्दी से जो है ये अटैक्स बंद हो। इजराइल में कैमरा पर्सन दिनेश ठाकुर के साथ अक्षित गुप्ता, NewsX। We have just landed in Israel and directly coming from the Ben Gurion airport, and now we are in Tel Aviv.